Have a seat.
I'm not.
Have a seat.
Your Honor, I haven't had.
Have a seat. Did you understand what I just said?
Can we agree to disagree on a legally?
We are not going to agree to anything. This is not your game to play here.
So you're saying that I have to say the words "I understand"?
Sir, I'm not saying that you have to say anything. You can play games with me all day. I got all day. I got all day. Have a seat. Do not interrupt me.
I can object to
Do
that.
not interrupt. Do not. One more time. You're going.
All right, folks. Today we're diving into a courtroom moment that's nothing short of maddening. We're talking about a defendant who's claiming sovereign citizen status, but clearly doesn't understand how the law actually works. This leads to a tense showdown with Judge Simpson, who's pushed to his limits. As the situation escalates, it feels like this guy is almost begging to be thrown in contempt. His complete refusal to cooperate and blatant disregard for the court's authority makes it hard to believe he's not trying to make things worse on purpose. For anyone who's seen this guy before, you could probably predict this chaos. His antics are nothing new, but they sure make for a dramatic scene. What do you think, though? Did the judge handle it the right way? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm eager to hear your take on this one. Now, let's break it down and get into the details of what went down.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
State your name.
My name is Daniel Magoo, for the record, Your Honor.
You're going to represent yourself in this matter, sir?
Yes, sir.
I do have to advise you that in this case, you are charged with the offense of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. That is a high court misdemeanor felony, punishable by up to 2 years and or $2,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
I understand your charge.
You understand also that there is great peril in one representing themselves. You understand that, sir?
I'm not afraid, Your Honor.
Did you understand what I just said? That there is great peril in representing oneself.
I comprehend what you're saying, Your Honor.
Hey, what? Either you're going to answer my questions and you're going to answer them properly, or we're going to have a long time and I'm not going to have these people wait. So while you decide how you're going to handle this, I'm going to have you have a seat. I'm going to pass your case. You will come back up and you will learn how to operate within this court. Plain and simple. Have a seat. Have a seat. And you might want to wipe that smirk off your face while you're doing it. State your name.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Daniel Magoo.
I have stated the admonishments that I was giving to the defendant representing himself. I apprised him of the maximum penalties and the charges. Apprised him, and sir, I'll ask you the question again. You understand that there can be great peril in representing yourself.
I fully recognize and acknowledge the seriousness of the charges, which include allegations of
Not my question. You understand that there can be serious peril in representing yourself.
I recognize what you're saying, and I'm fully prepared to proceed with this matter.
Will you just do me a favor and answer my question? Do you understand that there is great peril in representing oneself?
I recognize that.
Okay, then stop there. You recognize that.
Recognize.
Do you understand that that in any of the proceedings that the court would hold you to the same standards as if you were a practicing attorney, will give no leeway one way or the other, will show no favoritism or no bias because you are representing yourself. You understand that, sir?
I recognize what you're saying, Your Honor.
You know what? I don't know why you just won't understand. I'm asking you, and I need a direct answer, whether you understand what I am saying, not whether or not you're recognizing the words. Do you understand what I am saying?
I overstand what you're saying.
Representing yourself in court is no small risk, and today, we're watching a defendant learn that the hard way. The judge wasted no time warning him about the serious dangers of going it alone, asking him straight up, "Did you understand the danger?" Her tone was firm, but fair. But instead of answering directly, the defendant dodged the question as if it was some optional task. The judge, clearly done with a back and forth, made it clear. "You can either answer me properly or we'll be here all day, and I won't keep this courtroom waiting on you." She then paused his case, telling him to sit down, take the smirk off his face, and start acting like an adult in court. When she asked for his name, he begrudgingly responded, "Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Daniel M." The prosecutor stepped in to confirm that Daniel had been properly informed of the charges and potential consequences. But the judge circled back to her original question. "Sir, do you understand that representing yourself carries serious risks?" Daniel's response? A vague acknowledgement of the charges, but still no clear answer. The judge wasn't backing down. "Do you understand that representing yourself in court is dangerous?" She pressed again. Still, Daniel gave another wishy-washy reply. The judge, now visibly frustrated, laid it out. "You'll be held to the same legal standards as an attorney. No special treatment. No bias. You'll be expected to perform as if you've passed the bar." At this point, Daniel gave a half-hearted, "I recognize what you're saying." But the judge wasn't having it. "I don't need recognition. I need understanding."
Do you
understand? Finally, Daniel responded with something that left everyone in the courtroom stunned. "I over-understand what you're saying." I have to admit it was unexpected and honestly a little clever in its own odd way. But let's not kid ourselves. This guy's not doing himself any favors. What should have been a simple yes or no response turned into a circus act. It might have been amusing for a moment, but the reality is court proceedings are expensive and this guy is wasting everyone's time. From the judge to the clerk, everyone in that room is working on the clock. This isn't a stage for comedy, it's a courtroom. Dragging things out like this doesn't just waste time. It borders on obstructing justice. Oh, what do you think? Is Daniel just clueless? Or is he playing games with the court? Let's dive back in and see how this all plays out.
You want to be,
Your Honor,
you have a seat.
I'm not.
Have a seat.
Your Honor, I haven't had.
Have a seat. You can play games with me all day. I got all day. I got all day. Have a seat. The other one's in custody. I realize we are now at least caught up within an hour. I think those that want to go probably want me to take a break about now. So I'm going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break. I'll come back out and then I'll call the case. The court's going to stand in recess.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Daniel Magoo. Here in Dewey Juris.
All right. So on this matter, I was apprised of your rights. I told you about the charges in this case. We get to the point of understanding that there is a certain peril in representing.
Listening, sorry. My notes, I apologize, Your Honor. I meant no disrespect.
All right, hold up. There's no way this was an accident. You don't just casually walk away in the middle of a sentence when the judge is speaking. Seriously, does this guy think he's at home lounging on the couch, watching TV? This level of disrespect is honestly mind-blowing. Most people in a courtroom would be nervous just to move the wrong way, yet here he is, acting like he's on a coffee break. It's honestly unbelievable. What's even more shocking is that Judge Simpson hasn't dropped the hammer yet. Walking away from a judge while they're addressing you is basically asking for a contempt charge. It's like handing over an all-access pass to the jail cell. And Judge Simpson? She's not known for tolerating courtroom games. If anything, she's shown remarkable restraint so far, but you can only push someone so far. Now, let's talk about Mr. Bego. Yes, that's the name he gave. And honestly, it sounds like it was tailor-made for chaos. Picture the guy who trips over absolutely nothing, spills his drink, and somehow blames it on the laws of physics. That's the vibe Mr. Begu is giving off right now. Clumsy, out of touch, and completely unaware of the gravity of the situation he's in. But here's the catch. This isn't some blooper reel from a sitcom. It's a courtroom with real stakes and real consequences. Acting this way in front of a judge isn't just embarrassing. It's the quickest route to a holding cell, sitting there, wondering how you got yourself into this mess. So, let's dive back in and see how far Mr. Bega's attitude takes him, whether it's straight to jail or back to reality.
And that the court will treat you the same as an attorney in the case. You understand, sir? Listen closely to my question. Do you understand that?
I do not understand.
You do not understand it.
No.
The court, you will be presumed to know the rules of procedure as well as the Michigan rules of evidence, that the court will not be giving you assistance in regard to this case.
What I'm trying to say, Your Honor, is I do not understand the charges that are pitting against me because they violate a lot of my rights. And the prosecutor served me the discovery packet on the 27th of last month. Since then, I have not received any kind of evidence or any kind of claims that I violated any kind of anything that day. So I'm here waiting for that to occur. So no, I don't understand.
Waiting for what to occur?
Well, under the rights to due process, Your Honor, 4th, 5th, 8th Amendment, there has to be substantiated amount of evidence to accuse me of a crime, like assault on a police officer, obstruction of justice, and resisting arrest. I take these charges very serious, Your Honor. Because of these charges, I have lost custody of my son, and I want to make sure that these justice is served and equity is ensured here.
Sir, I just asked you before whether or not you understood the charges.
And I answered you, Your Honor. I said I do not understand them.
Whether or not you disagree with them or not, is not the issue. The issue is do you understand what you are charged with?
I do not understand, Your Honor.
Is there a reason other than what you said that you do not understand?
I can elaborate a little further, Your Honor. I'm still
I
waiting.
wish you wouldn't. I just need to understand why you don't understand.
I'm trying to get there, Your
charges.
Honor, if we could talk
I'm
about it.
not asking you whether or not you agree that you should be charged. I'm not asking whether or not you
You're asking-
believe that you did it. I'm not asking any of that. I'm asking whether or not you understand what you are charged with.
Can we agree to disagree on the legalese?
We are not going to agree to anything. This is not your game to play here. You play by my rules.
So you're saying that I have to say the words "I understand"?
Sir, I'm not saying that you have to say anything.
Okay.
You know what? Here's the thing. I am not going to play this game with you.
I'm not.
So what? No, you are playing a
I'm
game.
not.
So no, you are. And do not interrupt me ever again. Do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a week to think about it, because I'm not going to sit here, call your case up 4 or 5 times for you to sit here and to go through this whole, try to play some semantical game. So I will adjourn this out to December 12th, 2024. I will adjourn it to 9 a.m.
Your Honor,
or I will. Do not interrupt me.
I can object to
Do
that date.
not interrupt. Do not. One more time. You're going.
At this point, it's way past annoying. This guy isn't just misbehaving anymore, he's turning into a full-blown disruption. When he first walked into court with his bizarre antics, it was kind of funny. People laughed at Migu, the unintentional clown of the courtroom. But that moment has long passed. The joke's gotten stale, and the patience in the room is running out fast. Now, it feels like he's just doing this for the attention, dragging everyone else into the mess with him. Honestly, Judge Simpson has shown more restraint than most would have in her shoes. But let's face it might be time to stop with the polite warnings and start handing out real consequences. This isn't a comedy show. It's a court of law. Every second wasted, every pointless distraction, costs taxpayers time and money they'll never get back. People like this are exactly why court dockets get delayed and cases drag on for months. There's a big difference between being confused and being willfully disruptive, and Mr. Migu crossed that line a long time ago. Judges shouldn't have to negotiate with grown adults about how to behave. Sometimes, The only way to restore order is through swift action and accountability. No more second chances, no more lectures, just a one-way ticket to the holding cell. Courtroom disrespect should be met with an immediate response. What do you think? Has Judge Simpson been too lenient? Or is it time for a serious reality check? Maybe 30 days behind bars to make him understand?
I've given you fair warning. I'm adjourning the proceeding out. If you are objecting to that, objections noted. It's still adjourned out to the 12th. Bond will continue. You
Your
may
Honor.
leave now.
I have constitutional.
You may leave
violation.
now.
Let's go. Understood.
I have a right to
You
a
may
counsel.
leave.
Do I not have a right to a counsel?
You want an attorney, you may get on an attorney, sir?
I need somebody to explain the problem here.
Do you wish to be represented by an attorney on this?
I do not need to represent myself. I'm presenting myself. I'm the only one that was there in this courtroom. No one was there. I don't recall anybody that was there that day. I'm the only one that knows what happened, Your Honor.
Do you wish
I was
to be
violated.
represented by an attorney? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. If you wish to be represented by an attorney,
Your Honor, I have constitutional violations
do
that
you
need
wish to be represented by an attorney,
to
sir?
take an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States of
Then
America.
if you do not want to answer my question, Mr. Allen, he is to be removed from my courtroom.
You can feel the energy shift in the room the moment Judge Simpson calls out, Mr. Allen. It's like a parent using your full name. Instantly, you know the fun is over and it's about to get real. In a courtroom, it's the ultimate final warning, and it rarely ends well for whoever's being called out. But in this case, let's be honest, the defendant got off pretty easy. No contempt charge, no overnight stay in lockup. Just a stern verbal warning, and a quick exit back to freedom. Given how chaotic and disruptive his behavior was, that outcome must have felt like a victory for him. We've all seen Judge Simpson hand out 30-day sentences for far less. The fact that this guy caused that much tension and still walked out without consequence is surprising, to say the least. Maybe Judge Simpson was just feeling unusually patient that day. Or maybe, and this is a stretch, this guy has some bizarre courtroom plot armor that somehow shields him from the consequences most people would face. Either way, it's tough not to wonder. How does someone like Mio, with this level of courtroom chaos, expect to be trusted with something as serious as child custody? He claimed that the entire legal mess was the reason he lost custody, but let's be real here. Family court doesn't strip parental rights over a single case. They look at the bigger picture. That includes responsibility, judgment, and the ability to behave like a competent adult. Qualities that Mr. Mio didn't exactly showcase during his time in court. If you can't even sit through a basic hearing with some focus and respect, how could you possibly handle the responsibility of parenthood? I'm sure the support court judge took one look at him, listened to him for about 10 seconds, and thought, yeah, we're not taking that risk. And with that, this wild hearing finally comes to an end. It may have happened a while ago, but it's one of those courtroom moments that sticks with you and deserves another look. Now, I'd love to hear what you all think. Do you think Judge Simpson was too lenient? Or did she find the right balance between maintaining order and showing mercy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you all have to say. Your insights seriously make my day. And if you want more courtroom drama, legal commentary, or shocking hearings, make sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. I post every day, so stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching, and take care, everyone.